All right. So you have this emphasis on induction, and then that automatically leads to the emphasis on probability with regard to the arguments. And then thirdly, he talks about the evidentialist here. Their approach has to do with content neutral methods, right? So the third point on which all of evidentialist apologists agree, our authors tell us, is that evidentialism seeks to employ methods that are in principle acceptable to non-Christians as a means of convincing them of the truth of Christianity. And so these methods are modeled on those used by both Christians and non-Christians in various disciplines. So we have content neutral methods so that everybody agrees on the method. And if we can have that, then we can, convince the non-Christian about the faith of Christian, the truthfulness of the facts of Christianity.
Right. Good luck. Well, evidentialists believe it crucial to employ methods modeled on those of disciplines other than Christian theology or apologetics, so that non-Christians can understand and appreciate the validity of the arguments. Well, I mean, maybe a little bit more than that. It could be, that we're kind of accepting the non-Christian availability of the worldview there, or through the scholarly kind of means by which other historical events are looked at, or different types of evidenced items in history come about. So that's where I think they're pulling from there. Well, Montgomery himself uses both historical methods and legal or judicial methods. These methods are closely related because, in fact, legal evidences are a form of historical inquiry, pursuing an accurate understanding of past events related to cases brought before a court. And I think I did it on one of our short clips before, is that if the state can use that burden of evidence to take your life because they proved beyond that standard that you've done some capital crime, well then why can't we apply that same standard to historical events such as the resurrection? Because if we can prove it to that level of means, then surely if the state can take your life, then we can put our life upon the case for that historical event.
Right. Good. And so not only are historical methods and legal methods used, but another model of evidentialist apologetics that they make use of is the scientific method, right? And our authors quote Dan Story, who was a former student of Montgomery, and he speaks for many evidentialists when he expresses a preference for the scientific method precisely because it makes the truth of the Christian position verifiable for all people. Truth, he says, if it is to be acknowledged and accepted by all people as universal truth, must stand up to crucial scrutiny. It must be able to be tested. And so the scientific method, he argues, should be used. So we have these various, what they believe to be neutral methods, right? Both historical, legal, scientific methods of determining truth so that the unbeliever can accept, the claims here that are being made.
Right. So that's the height of certainty is being able to demonstrate it, to peer review it, to replicate it. And so if it's going to match up again to that standard, then why not view it with that same level of certainty? So they're trying to move from an area like law or science and then say, well, if we use the same standard there as we do here, then your confidence in putting your faith in it can be even more so.
Right. So these are content neutral methods is what they believe, right? And this allows them to make the claim then that they can convince non-Christians because we're using the same methods that you use, kind of thing. Right. Science and law and that sort of thing.
Right. So trust us. Yeah, there you go.
That's right. History. Yeah.